boys and girls. Today I'm going to read a story that we've read before, and it's about the Three Little Pigs. I wonder if you remember those guys' names. The characters were Perry, Porter, and Parker. Okay? Now I'm going to retell the story again, and we're going to talk about some things that happened in the story, what was the problem. But first, I want to tell you that the story of the Three Little Pigs is retold by Bonnie Dopkins and illustrated by Sebastian Baha. Okay? And before I read the story, I'm going to point out some very important words that I want you to pay attention to or think about once you hear in the story. So, one of the words is called klapert, kaplop, kerplop. That's kind of like a sound. Another one of my words is clever, clever. Clever means to be able to think of some ideas on your very own. Come up with a good thought. That's being clever. Another one of my words is unfortunate. Unfortunate means to have something happen that's not really good. It's kind of like a bad thing to happen. It's unfortunate that happened. So that's kind of a bad thing. And my last word is flimsy. Flimsy. Flimsy means that something can just fall apart very easily, okay? So my words again, let's review. Flimsy means to fall apart very easy. Unfortunate is like a bad thing that happens. Clever is when we think of a very good idea on our own. And kaplert means that's a sound that we hear when something happens. All right, so let's listen for those words in the story. All right. The Three Little Pigs. Retold by Bonnie Dopkins and illustrated by Sebastian Baha. Once upon a time, there were three piglets who lived in a small home with their mother. Their names were Porter, Perry, and Parker. Porter was a relaxed sort of pig. He liked to play, eat, and sleep. That's Porter. Perry was a creative type of pig. He had lots of ideas, but he didn't always finish what he started. That's Perry. And Parker was a thoughtful little pig who worked hard and did everything just the way he was supposed to. This kind of annoyed the other two. This is Parker. And you know who that person is? That's the mother pig. Okay. Well, the three little piglets got older and older and bigger and rounder. One day, their mother made a decision. "You've grown too big for this little house," she said. "It's time for you all to go off into the world, to the wide, wide world, and build homes of your own." So the three pigs packed their bags and got ready to leave their home, their too cozy home, and divide. "Any advice for us, Mother?" said Parker. "Why, yes," said their mother. "Watch out for that no good big bad wolf who's always sulking around." That's good advice. And remember, always work hard. Remember to plan, and whatever you do, do the best that you can. The three little pigs kissed their mother goodbye. Then they trotted out of the house, down the road, and out into the village. Before they had gone very far, They came to a big field full of golden haystacks. You know, said Porter quickly, I think I'll build my house of straw. It's a nice color, and this house will be easy to build. It's a nice color, and he said this house will be easy to build. He's going to use the haystacks. I'm not sure that's a good idea, said Parker. We will be warm. Will it be warm enough? Will it keep you out of the rain? What will happen when the wind is strong? Porter rolled his eyes. It will be a great house, he said, and I'll still have time to play when I'm done. Then, good luck to you, said Perry and Parker, and they continued down the road. We'll see. Soon, Parker and Perry came to a shady grove of trees. You know, said Perry, I think I'll build my house of logs. Logs are strong. I can paint them different colors. That sounds like a good plan, said Parker, if you finish what you start. I will, said Perry, and he waved so as Parker continued down the road. Perry stood and looked up at the trees. He said, cutting down those trees would take a long time. I'll just build my house from these sticks on the ground instead. And that's exactly what he did. Didn't really keep up with his plan, did he? Further down the road, Parker was busy planning his house. He brought bricks and stone and mortar for the walls. He brought strong oak planks for the doors. He worked on this house for days and days, but when he was done, he felt happy. Mother would be proud, he said. I worked hard and I made my house the best it could be. Now, what none of these pigs realized was that someone very bad knew that had left their mother's home. And who do you think that someone was? That's a clue. Yes, it was that no good big bad wolf that Mama told him to watch out for. First, the wolf went to Porter's house. He saw bundles of hay held together by a rope, and he saw Porter Pig outside napping in the sun. Hello, Pig, said the wolf. Porter opened his eyes and squealed and jumped to his feet. He ran into the house and pushed the door shut and hid under his bed. Now, said the wolf, I only want to have a chat. Ha, said Porter. I know a hungry wolf when I see one. He's licking his lips. You can tell he's hungry, right? It really doesn't matter, said the wolf. Little pig, let me in. Are you kidding, said Porter. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. The wolf stepped back, then he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew with all his might. The straw house flew apart. The wolf pounced, the pig bounced, but Porter squeaked and squealed and ran. Said the wolf. Unfortunate. Remember that word? Unfortunate. That means not a good idea. Too bad, but he's got a plan. The next day, the wolf decided to try again. He started down the road until he saw a flimsy house made of sticks. Remember that word, flimsy? That means it's not strong, made of sticks and twigs. Perry was lying in the hammock outside. "Hello, my little piggy," said the wolf. Perry jumped up in fright. He ran inside his shaggy house and pushed the dresser against the door. "Ha," said the wolf. "Does he really think that's going to help?" He cleared his throat. Little pig, let me come in." "No way," said Perry. "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." That's what the wolf said. The wolf stepped back. He took 2 huffs, he took 2 puffs, and then he blew with all his might. Sticks and twigs swirled in the air. The wolf pounced and the pig bounced. But Perry squealed and ran. "This just won't do," said the wolf. But the wolf knew there was still one more brother to visit. He strolled down the road until he saw a house made of stone and brick. Parker was digging in the garden outside. "Hello, friend pig," said the wolf. "Don't you friend pig me," said Parker. "Leave now or you will be sorry." "I doubt it," said the wolf. Parker went inside and slammed the door. The wolf heard 3 locks locking and 4 shutters slamming. He stood back. Little pig, let me come in." "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." I'm reading The Little Pig. "Well, go ahead and try," said Parker. The wolf huffed 3 times. Then he puffed 3 times. And then he blew with all of his might. But nothing happened. "That's a surprise," said the wolf. Now, he huffed 4 times. And he puffed 4 times. And then he blew again with all of his might. Still nothing. The wolf tried again and again. "This is not going at all the way I expected," he said. Finally, the wolf fell flat on his back, puffing and wheezing. He heard the shutters creak open and I knew my house would stand up to that no good wolf," said Parker. "I'm just glad he didn't think about climbing down the chimney." Right. The shutters slammed shut. "The chimney," whispered the wolf, springing to his feet. Of course, he sneaked up the side of the house and saw a pile of boxes stacked against the wall. "This makes it even easier," he chuckled, and he climbed up the boxes. He crept across the roof, and then he jumped into the opening and slid down the chimney. But down below, water bubbled, and the big black kettle that was hanging in the fireplace. Parker threw more wood onto it for a roaring fire. "Here I come, little pig," said the wolf. You weren't too clever. After all, there's that word clever. That means smart. "Well, oh no," said Parker. The wolf landed in the kettle with a loud kerplunk. That's that word. Water steamed and boiled around him. The wolf said, "Ahoo!" and he pained and shot right back up the chimney. The water had boiled off the hair off of his fur. "Oh no," cried the wolf. He was so embarrassed that he left the country never to be seen again. Porter, Perry moved in with their brother, and they lived happily ever after. The And that's the story of the three